Right. Okay, Carter, step up.
Well, anything wrong?
No. Your name is Jean Mary Carter of no fixed address, is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, Miss Ferguson.
Yes, Miss Ferguson.
You've been charged with stealing property not exceeding the value of $250 and assaulting a police officer, and have been sentenced to 1 month's imprisonment, is that correct?
Yes, Miss Ferguson.
Fine.
Hey, how's everyone doing? Welcome back to another show, and this is my new segment on All Oz Media 2, folks. We're going to be talking Prisoner. It's my favourite show, favourite TV show. I got two favourite TV shows, folks. My first one is Prisoner, and the second one is another Australian one called E Street. But we'll get into that on another video. But I thought we'll talk about Prisoner, the characters, my favourite characters in Prisoner, all the people who played the top dog, tried to take over, who got killed off in Prisoner, what I love about it, because I'll tell you, I watch this show, I watch Prisoner all the time, folks, and I'll tell you, it might be over 40 years old, but I'll tell you, the show has decent plots, great people have played, great bad characters and everything and all that. Like you've got Ferguson, you've got Luke Kelly, you've got Nola Mackenzie, you've got so many. It's one of those programs that just you can't turn off. What I showed you on the opening of this video was one of the characters that come in. She actually played two roles in the show. She came in because she got done for stealing a credit card and theft and assault on a policeman. And she comes in as she's using the alias Jean Carter and that. Then one of the women figure out she's the one that stole the money from a robbery in WA, and she's escaped from prison in WA. Then when they find out, because she's supposed to be doing a month in Wentworth for assaulting a police officer, a stolen credit card, and a few other bits and pieces. But when she's found out, they run her prints, and her real name is Nola Mackenzie, played by the great Carol Skinner, folks. Bloody good actor. It's like that's why I love Prisoner. It's like the first 225 episodes. You've got Vera Bennett in it. People call Vinegar Tits. Sorry, they call Vinegar Tits. She is brilliant. She plays her role is bloody good. It's like really, really good. It's like she's a Fiona Spencer's bloody good actress and that. Then you have all these other people who come in, like you've got Margot Daphne, another bloody good actor in the show. I think she's top dog and everything and that. You might have seen about a month ago, I went to one of the locations and I had a friend of mine actually do the video. I was filming him and he was talking about when Margot Daphne stole Meg Morris's car and went on a bender. That's my good friend Scoops. And I know you watch the channel, so it's like, yeah. And yeah. Then you've got all these other people who think they're top dog, like B. Smith of Al Lehman is bloody good. She played B. Smith for years. Brilliant actor. She would not put up with other people coming into Wentworth and thinking they were going to take over and try to tackle her and all that. She was too bloody good at the thing. Then it's like now my favorite two bad characters that think they I love Nola Mackenzie. I think the way she tries to tackle B and with Sean's racket and is very thought out very well. Because Prisoner, there's 692 episodes. We're talking about, it started in 1978 and it finished in 1986. We're talking 692 hours worth of Prisoner. And I'll tell you something. Another actor I really love in Prisoner is Joan Ferguson, the freak. She is so bad, she has an answer for everything in that show. It's like, she is a bad screw. Basically, she thinks she's untouchable, she can do whatever she wants. You think she's met her match with B. Smith in everyone's favourite episode, the Fire one, 327. When you think Ferguson's had it after that. Because the freak and B got into the whole of Wentworth is burning down and that, then they're caught in there, can't get out, then it's like, you think B's killed the freak, but I don't think so, folks. The freak goes up against a lot of other people who come into Wentworth, but her biggest one was, there's two characters that come to mind. You've got Lou Kelly. It thinks she can take on the freak and win. Nope. Then you've got Rita Connors. Rita Connors is brilliant. How she was in the last year of Prisoner in 86 and that. Plays it unbelievable. If you've never seen Prisoner, it's a great Australian show. It's a smash hit here, a smash hit on cable TV, our Foxtel, and it's just been near the end of last year. It's got a home on the Channel 10 app. All 692 episodes are on the Channel 10 free-to-air app, and I hope they never make you pay for it, because I'll tell you something, it runs 365 days a year on Foxtel, folks. That's our pay TV for the people that watch my show. If you're American, you wouldn't know what our Foxtel is. That's our cable TV we have here. It plays every day of the year on Foxtel. Then it was, all the episodes were on YouTube, but it's bad quality. But now Channel 10 have cleaned it up as best as they could, because then they put it onto the app so you can watch it whenever you want. It's like, I have the DVDs, and I have them on I have a lot of them on my portable hard drive, so if I can't be bothered changing a disc saver, I can just watch them on the hard drive and that. It doesn't really bother me. I've got it going from my home theatre and everything, but it's like, Prisoner is a bloody good show. I'll tell you another bloody good show I was talking about before. East Street's my second favourite Australian show of all time, folks. That got a release on DVD. But it's only the first 96 episodes. There were 405 episodes of East Street. Viavision put it out in 2020. The first 96 episodes, then haven't released anymore. I think they should release more because it's like that doesn't have a home on the Channel 10 app. You have episode 299 up to 400 on YouTube, but the quality is quite poor. And I don't even think they're the whole episodes and everything and all that, but it's like, that's why I'd love to see that get released. But with Prisoner, now we're going to talk about, because there were so many deaths on Prisoner, folks. Now I reckon I'm going to save it for last and tell you the one I think is the best character who got killed off in Prisoner, and that, because you had characters that would come in, some got killed, then you've got alright, when Kay White got killed, that was done well, but it wasn't my favourite one. I did like Kay White's character a lot. I thought how she was the bookkeeper and was robbing Andrew Reynolds at the Reynolds clothing factory. It was done very well how they did work release. About 3 weeks ago, the same day I filmed the Margot Daphne location, I did go looking for the Reynolds clothing factory. I had a fair idea where it was, but it's gone now. Or if I couldn't find it, because I know Melbourne and the location, some of the locations and that, went looking for it, because I thought I was going to do the location for the Reynolds clothing factory, and it's B's reading the article when Kay White got busted and that, B was reading the article about the Reynolds clothing factory, and she goes, the Reynolds clothing factory in Kensington. It wasn't in Kensington. It was out near in Vermont and that. But I went looking for it, and that whole neighbourhood where the Reynolds clothing factory is, I think it's all been torn down and houses have been built there. But that would have made a really good location to go to. But it's like, unless they filmed it somewhere else and they just did trick photography and that. But I don't know. I went where I thought it was because I recognised the tram line. I recognised the old police station on the corner, the old McDonald's and everything and that. And yeah, so I went driving around those streets, couldn't find it. So I thought, oh bugger, I'm going to have to pick another location. And now I've got another good one in mind I'm thinking of going to in a few weeks, or when I have a spare moment. And that is the location for the first halfway house where Lizzie and Doreen were. I know for a fact that old house has been torn down. It's not there anymore, but just, that's over in Camberwell, folks. Right next to, you've got Camberwell Station, you've got an old pub, then you've got this street that runs right next to the opposite the train line there. I recognise the location. I've been past it, but that got pulled down many, many years ago and everything and that. But it's like, I was thinking of doing that as a location and that. Because I thought, yeah. Because I know Melbourne quite well and everything. But then you had Kay White's death was done well, but it wasn't my favourite one. My favourite one is when B killed Nolene Mackenzie with a zip gun. That was brilliant. How she lured her to her death, and it's like because Ferguson and Mackenzie wanted B to be taken to a mental hospital because they had this fortune teller come into this one who could read palms and with the tea leaves and everything and all that. She comes in, then she's working. Ferguson had her working for her and Mackenzie because Mackenzie doesn't like B. B doesn't like Nolene Mackenzie, and it just goes around and around and that. But what I find with Mackenzie is Mackenzie's an opportunist. There's a scene where you've got the new governor that comes into it, Anne Reynolds. Anne Reynolds has Ferguson over to help her with the paperwork and wants to find out about the women and everything, and they're doing all the paperwork at Ferguson's house one evening and that. And Anne Reynolds is asking Anne Reynolds is asking Ferguson about the inmates. And there's a great line in it when Ferguson goes, Mackenzie's number one to watch out for. She'd sell her own grandma for sixpence. Now, every time I hear that, I can't help laughing. I just love how Ferguson can take a situation and turn it into a great sense of humour in that. The way her character, it's like she got away with everything for years. It's like there's so many good episodes where when she starts out, it's like she comes in I think it was the beginning of 82. Yeah, 1982 she came into the show. I have to double check on it, but I think it was episode 2. It was 280 something she came in that. She comes in and Chrissy Latham has just broken parole and is being sent back to Wentworth. There's an episode where Chrissy Latham goes crazy and goes after the freak, and Ferguson, if you know her character, she doesn't give a shit about who she bashes in the show or beats up or whatever, but she gives Chrissy Latham a good flogging. And it's like then she goes, if you want to see your daughter again, you're gonna tell the governor nothing about this. That's her brilliant, her Mary Fitzpatrick's acting is. She's brilliant in the show. It's like, then I'll give you another example of another one I like. Margot Daphne escaped from Barnhurst, went to the halfway house, stole Meg Morris's car, went on a joyride, went speeding under the bridge where we went a couple of weeks ago, ran over a guy, left the guy for dead, took off, finally gets caught, goes to Wentworth, then she meets Ferguson, and it's like and Colleen goes, oh, another inmate. This is the Wentworth's a bookie. This is Margot Daphne. Margot Daphne is one of those characters in the show it's like when she got done and Meg Morris ended up in for 72 hours for attempt of court because she wouldn't stand up, she wouldn't give evidence against Judy Bryant because she believed in Judy Bryant's work with the halfway house and all that. It's like, so the judge sentenced her to 72 hours for attempt of court. Now, B tells all the women, hands off, no one touches Meg Morris. Well, Margot doesn't learn her lesson. Margot is the sort of character that doesn't learn her lesson. It's like whatever she does, then it's like in episode 327, the fire one. B wanted a diversion, not burn the whole place down. Margot threw a mocktail cocktail in the storeroom, but before the fire, a delivery guy dropped off a whole container full of terps, and Colin Powell had to sign off on that. Then somehow they put it all in the storeroom. Then the whole of Wentworth went up after Margot threw a mocktail cocktail in there. Then it's like, when the fire, she goes, I said for a diversion fire. I didn't tell you to burn Wentworth to the ground and everything. But Chrissy Latham had the task of lighting a fire in the library. But it was only supposed to be a small one. But Margot thought that will never be big enough. So she decides to go and do the job properly. Now, B keeps smacking her around because she gets out of line and everything. It's like the way B keeps order in Wentworth is because she's their top dog. She runs the show. But it's like when you had other people come in and try to tackle her for top dog and all that, B didn't like it. But the thing with B, she was very fair. It's like when B escaped and walked out of Wentworth in Joan Ferguson's spare prison uniform, I always think that is done brilliantly. It's like she had enough of Mackenzie, she had enough of the women not going along with what she wanted and everything and that. But it's like it's one of those situations. She saw hair dye floating around Margot Daphne's, sorry, not Margot, Nolly Mackenzie smuggled into the prison because she's running a insurance scheme, and she's getting the women what they want. If they want cigarettes, she's getting them. She gets Lizzie Birdsworth booze and everything and that. But it's like after B escapes, she decides to actually up the scales. Yeah, what I was saying is after B escapes, Nolene Mackenzie ups the scale, and they have this film crew come into Wentworth because they want to do the department want to do a documentary on a day's life in prison. Mackenzie starts talking to one of the producers, and she knew someone in the olden days, and this guy brings her in drugs into Wentworth. Then it's like that's what I'm talking about, how the plots are so darn well, and so well done, folks. This is why I love this program. It might be over 40 years old, but I'll tell you, it doesn't get boring in that. Well, I'm Chris. Hope you liked this video. Subscribe, like, comment, continue to watch because this is a new segment I'm going to be doing on my channel on that. And yeah, there'll be more talking prisoner next week. And don't turn this video off because it's not quite finished yet. And bye for now.
Hear that? I killed a cop.
Oh, now, come on, cool it. They haven't invoked the death penalty in Western Australia for years.
They can change their mind any time they like.
I didn't know.
You stupid bitch. And you drunken slob. I'm gonna hang because of you.
Yeah, well, maybe you'd come clean with us in the first place. Anyway, tell us about this cop you wasted. Was that during the robbery?
The robbery came later, after I got out of Parkwoods.
Oh, you're a right little charmer, aren't you, Carter?
It's not Carter. It's Mackenzie. Nola Mackenzie. And I had my reasons. I spent 20 years in a stinking little hole in Sydney with a drunken family that only sobered up long enough to draw their dojies. When I ran off and married Eddie, I thought I was getting away from it all. Perth was so clean. He was sitting there on the veranda cracking tinnies by the dozen. Stinking hot. He told me I stank. He laughed and called me a filthy slag. So I got his rifle and I just kept firing. Then I got into the truck and cleared off. Tried to get away.
How far did you get?
Not far enough. Eddie's best mate was the local copper. Oh, he was a real pig. He got on the radio to Perth and then he came after me. It took 3 shots to finish him.
You don't do things by halves, do you?
I thought I could be something. Go somewhere.